What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another video. I'm gonna make myself just a little bit bigger. There we go. Right, so this video is about trade journaling. I believe that journaling trades is the most important part of any trader, and a lot of people often overlook recapping and journaling your trades. I'm not sure why it's overlooked. Maybe because it just takes a lot of effort, and people think trading is like a get rich quick no effort kind of thing. But it's completely opposite. It's get rich slow and put a lot of effort in. So journaling my trades has significantly helped my mental and just ability to take in that market experience. A lot of profitable traders these days, well, I'm not profitable anyway. I'm not a profitable trader, so do with that information what you will. But Um, a lot of these traders say the missing key is just market experience. And how are you going to actually get that market experience if you're not recapping your trades from that session, seeing what you did right, what you did wrong, asking yourself those hard questions, and rereading over that, and actually taking on board the mistakes you've made and not making them again? So that is where journaling is super duper important. And it's also just nice to have a history of all your trades, and you can just see nice and easy, nice and quick, what you did, what you did right, what you did wrong, and where you can improve. Because the moment you stop asking yourself those hard questions, no progress is made. So you've got a journal. You've got a journal. I cannot highlight the importance of journaling your trades. All of my trades are journaled, and I do it for completely for free. I know there is some platforms that you can pay a subscription for and get loads of cool features like TradeZella, etc. But I journal completely for free, and what I use Google Sheets for data and Notion for the actual journaling. So let's dive right in. So firstly, I'll cover Google Sheets. So um, this is Google Sheets. What I do is I have an empty spreadsheet. I just went on Google Sheets, made a spreadsheet. I have index, the day, open, close, and duration of the trade, the session, which is always New York, long or short, stop loss size, win or loss, percentage risked, RR, account balance before, after, and percentage change. And I also have over here win, loss, and win percentage. So simple. I have some commands in there. So index I don't, there I don't, open, but duration. If you want to copy that, you can. It will just like work out the difference between the two, and then this will work out the percentage change from account balance before and after the trade. Then over here you have if this column is a W, counts as a win. If this column is an L, counts as a loss, and this just works out the percentage wins over total. So let's have a look at an example from my current account on my Top Step Prop Firm 50k challenge. I started it this week. So we can see on Monday I traded Micro NQ. It is Monday. The trade opened at 10:01:09, closed at 10:09:23, so an 8-minute trade. New York session, it was a short, 242 tick stop loss. It was a loss, I risked 0.48%. It was a 1.96R trade. Account balance before 50k, ended 49757, minus 0.48%. Nice and simple. Tuesday, same again. Wednesday, same again. Thursday, I took 2 trades, so I marked those on. Thursday. Short and a long, win and a win. How much I risked on each one and how much the account changed. And then I highlight the week open and week close of the account just to visualize how I did that week. And as you can see this week, I won 3, lost 3, 50% win rate, not bad. And we ended up on the account, which is good, because that shows good risk management. So nice and simple. I've got this for all the combines. This was a tricky one. If you remember, or if you want to go watch the trade recaps from last week, then you can, by all means. This is just my paper trading account. This is the 100k combine that I lost. That's different. This is when I changed it. So that's how I do it now. This table, you can copy it if you want. It's not mine, obviously. I just made it myself. Google Sheets, nice and simple. That is just purely for data. I like to do this because I can see how long my trades are. If the longer ones are winning, if they're losing, I can see what time in the session I traded. If I trade later on, if they win or they lose. Nice and simple, and see how my risk is doing. If I'm doing good risk, good RR, and also how the account is doing, and my win rate. Useful stats, useful pieces of data that's nice just to know. I look at this quite a lot. Now let's get into actually journaling. So I use Notion for this. This is my trading journal. To make one of these, it's quite simple. Just make your Notion account and go over here and press add. Type in the title, I can't spell, enter, /calendar view. And boom, you've got a calendar. You can add an item to each day, nice and simple. Now, how do I journal? I'm just going to do an example of as if I've just traded this day. So, add item on Monday, 23rd. So, say I win. I like to add a little emoji. I have the crown for a win. I have the angry face for a loss where I made mistakes and made silly mistakes, and the loss was my fault. I have the happy face with a tear if the loss was just completely the system, because not all strategies and systems have 100% win rate. Sometimes you can do everything right and just lose. So obviously you've still got to hold yourself accountable for that loss, because maybe it just wasn't good trading conditions anyway. But that's what I have that for. I have a cross if I'm not at the charts that day. And if I haven't taken any trades, I have a smiling face with a halo because I was nice and zen, nice and patient, and didn't see a setup and didn't take a setup. So win. If it was a loss, obviously I'd write L. No trades, I'd write NT. If it's away from the charts, I'd put AFC. Simple. So win, right? And then I have my tags. So I just like to see this so I can see nice and quick how the day went. I win, loss, and no trades in blue because putting a good or bad on a win or a loss is, I think, not a very good idea. The win for a day is building good habits. If you've lost but built good habits, that's still a winning day. But a loss, building good habits, yeah, winning day. A win, but you've broke your rules, you built bad habits, you made mistakes, but you still won. That's a bad day. That's going down as red. So I have my win. I have my built good habits. I was an observer and a reactor, and I made no mistakes. I don't really use this one anymore. I don't know why, I just don't really use it. Then I've got against system, same mistakes, predictor, enforcer, bad habits, small mistakes, and bank holiday if it is a bank holiday. Simple. And then what do? I go down to here, this one, and I type /image. And I upload an image. It will obviously be a picture of my trade, but I don't have one in my camera roll. So this is literally, I took a screenshot from earlier, just how my chart looks now. Make it nice and big so I can see it. And then here, I type out in sentences underneath why I took that trade. No emotional stuff, no like mindset, no psychology here. Just purely the technical stuff of why did I take that trade. So say NQ swept 1 hour highs and ES didn't, and then a 5-minute SMT was made, and then there was a 5-minute retrace candle, for example, a 1-minute break of structure, a 1-minute fair value gap, equilibrium, and then a bearish candle close out. And that's what I do. I type out why, the technical reasons for why I took that trade. And once I've done that, I press enter, and then I do in underlined what I did well. And I'll say, I don't know, I was patient. I waited. I don't know, I risked the right amount. Nice and simple. And then I will do it again. What I did wrong. And then I type out, well, maybe I I got in too early. It's counterintuitive what I said in that one, but whatever. I got in too early, and I'll just do that. Or I did not put on enough size, maybe. Simple. So that is what I do there, and then in these bits at the top, I just write out what I risked for the day. So I risked 1%, and say the result was, I don't know, plus 1.7%. Maybe that's just an example, and then a percenter again. Then here is where I would actually journal. Here is where I do massive, like, paragraphs upon how I was feeling before, or as soon as I sat on the charts, how I was feeling during my pre-market analysis, how I decided how much I was going to risk for the day, and then I would write out how I was feeling as market opened, how the trade was playing out, how the setup was forming. Was I getting angsty? Was I getting rushy? Did I rush the execution? Why? And just all of that stuff. So that is what I write in here, and then at the bottom of this section I write out lessons to be learned from the day are, and then loads of bullet points of the lessons I can learn from the day. So that is how I journal. We can get into some examples of that. Let me just delete this. So we'll go to Friday just gone, the 20th of September. Obviously I won. I built good habits. I was an observer and a reactor, and I did make small mistakes. So obviously the risk 0.272%, result plus 0.23%. That is the small mistake. We'll get into that. Then I scroll down first. Here's the trade that I took. Make it nice and big. Pre-market, ES was close to all-time highs. No real structure to go off. So I de-risked. Marked out 15-minute highs and the for value gaps. Market opened, NQ broke 5-minute structure and inversed a for value gap, but ES had not broken 5-minute structure and not showing any bullish signs. NQ then swept the highs. 940, NQ made a 5-minute high, and then 945 ES made the 5-minute high. So there's the 5-minute SMT, and the NQ 15-minute imbalance was not disrespected. I'm just talking to my trade at this point, but it wasn't disrespected. Just showing bearish signs really, and then we've got a 1-minute break of structure. Then price came into the 1-minute order block and the equilibrium and closed out, and that's where I entered. Stop at the high with the SMT. I write out where my stop was with the SMT high, TP1, and whatever. And I have what I did well. I was patient, full setup, correct stop loss and take profit points where price could reverse. Checked both indices the whole time, and they were in confluence with each other. Then what I did wrong, I moved my stop to in profit after hitting TP1, not break even. And you see I got stopped out at the red line, and then TP2 got hit, which was just unfortunate, and that was the small mistake I made for that day. So, sorry. And then I type out this. Obviously, you can pause and read it if you want to. But that is how I journal. I just type out how I was feeling while it was chopping on my entry. I said again under the contract, but I didn't want to because I thought how I would feel if I lost the trade after adding another contract, and I would consider it a mistake, so I didn't do it. Lessons to be learned and blah blah blah. And I do this every day without fail. We'll go back. So I had only just started doing it at this point, so it was still quite small, and I hadn't really found a way to do it yet, but I was still trying. Then we had all of these trades that I'd taken. You can see all of these in the trade recap. But yeah, and then I have just underneath the account that I was on, so 100k combine, 100k blown, 50k demo, 50k combine. Tough week. Watch trade recap if you want to. It was a very tricky week. And then this current week as well. And I also do, at the end of each week, a weekly overview. So I do total trades, the wins, losses, win rate, and the account change every week. Which I think is just nice to visualize as well. Weekly outlook, weekly overview, whatever you want to call it. And then at the end of each month as well, I have a monthly overview, just total trades, wins, losses, win rate, and account change. But obviously I was on multiple accounts at that time, so it doesn't really count. But But yeah, and then if I'm away from the charts, whatever reason, AFC, AFC big cross. If it's a bank holiday, AFC, AFC bank holiday. Simple. That is how I trade, and I think how I journal, and I think that this helps a lot. Just because it just genuinely just really helps. Because as I said, yeah, I don't think I've said it, but the moment you stop asking yourself the hard questions is when progress stops. So after each trading day, sit down for about an hour. It takes me about an hour to do all this because I'm thinking, I'm typing, I'm honestly procrastinating a little bit, talking to people about the trading day itself, in the server that I'm in. So I am journaling, I am procrastinating a little bit, but I still get the job done. It can take me half an hour sometimes, take me an hour sometimes. Um, yeah, but sorry, I forgot to cover it. If I have no trades, as I said, NT, little halo, I still talk through how I was feeling. Then I just have a screenshot of each chart on the 5 minute, and then what I did well, what I did wrong. Same on this one. I had the 5 minute and the 1 minute just so I could see it all. And still journaled because every single day in the market is an opportunity to learn, an opportunity to grow, and an opportunity to learn a lesson. And then the important part is you need to keep those lessons on board. So it's all well and good just doing this journal, but you've got to be able to read through it. In the gym, between my sets, I read through this on my phone, on the Notion app. You just got to reread it because, yeah, it's all well and good journaling it, but if you're not rereading to actually remember that market experience, it's not going to be in there, is it? You're not going to learn from your mistakes unless you reread over your journal. And to do that, you have to make a journal. So this is how I journal for free. Just using Google Sheets for my data, Notion for my calendar view. Nice and simple. Don't overcomplicate it. Just keep it simple, stupid. That's what I like to remember for everything these days. Yeah, that's how I do it. So by all means, you can copy this method if you want to. I'm not going to coin it, but I think it is the perfect free journaling method that you can currently do right now. That being said, I will catch you all in the next one. I hope you have a nice weekend. Peace.